Hi there and welcome to today's Quentin Carpenter Nature of Flowers Photopea on your phone tutorial. Today we're going to show you a really interesting way of doing a double exposure portrait using just two pictures and the eraser tool. You can see what I've done here. I've got a portrait of a face and I've blended it in with a photograph of some stairs looking down. These are some stairs that I put in a little while ago and I'm really proud of building them, and I thought it looked really cool as a Photoshop style face in this sort of double exposure. There's an artist called Antonio Mora who does very similar style work, and a few other artists do double exposures as well. Right, I'll show you how to do it. So what we're going to need to do first of all is come out of our photos, go onto our web browser, type in Photopea, the online photo editor, wait for it to open, and then we're going to need to open two pictures. So we're going to go to our photo library. We're going to look in our albums. We're going to go to our Photopea tutorial album. We're going to find the picture that we need. So we're going to add that one. And then we're going to go File. Open and place. When you want to put two pictures together in Photopea, you need to open and place the second one. So Photo Library. And we're going to go to our albums, Photopea tutorials. And there's the photograph of the staircase. So you can see this is the starting point for our double exposure image. So what we need to do first of all is turn them all black and white, and we can do that individually or together. We'll do it individually. So we're going to go Image, Adjustments, Image, Adjustments, and black and white, and click OK. We're going to hide that layer, and we're going to go onto the background layer. We're going to go Image, Adjustments, and black and white as well. Okay, I want to make this one a bit stronger with the contrast, so I'm going to go to brightness and contrast, give it a little bit more contrast and a little bit darker, so it blends with the other picture a little bit better. Okay, now I don't want the whole of this image, so I'm going to see if the zoom works today. No, it's going to do that again. So if I want to make something bigger on Photopea on my phone, you have to click in the corners and drag it like so. Drag it down to there and drag it over to about there. It gets very tricky to do this because you're only using your finger on a phone. Quite often it would want things you're going to rotate it rather than stretch it. But eventually, with a bit of perseverance, you'll get where you want to go. So that's where I would like the face to be. Okay. Now I click on my layers and I click on my staircase layer. I want to rasterize the image before it tells me. So I'm going to go to Layer and Rasterize, and you'll see it all goes down into one flat layer. Now I'll open the eye so you can see the staircase. What I thought would look really cool with this is if it was upside down, and where the middle bit is down here, I use the move tool, hopefully show you. In the middle bit will be where I'd like to have the nose. So we're going to go Image. We're going to go to Edit, Transform, and we're going to go for a 180-degree rotation. So it's now upside down, okay? Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because what we're going to do is we're going to change the opacity of the staircases to about 50%. So you can see this is, your typical double exposure, two pictures on top of each other and one see-through, okay? That doesn't work for the effect we're going for. We want to do something a little bit more sophisticated. So what we're going to do first of all is move the image so that in this case, I would like the parts of the staircase to line up with the chin, like so. And I'd like to move it over ever so slightly. You might need to rescale it a tiny bit and turn it a little bit. About there, I think is working for me. Tiny bit over, and click on the rectangle select tool just to make sure that's in the right place. So if I go back to the layer and I go back to the opacity and put it back to 100%, you can see that I've got this really interesting overlap down the bottom. Now, the way I like to do double exposure, and the way I like to blend things together, is to use, you've seen me do this before, probably in other tutorials, but I like to use the eraser with a very soft edge on a very high setting. So if we go to the eraser tool, and you'll see in the corner that the hardness is set to 100. If I bring that all the way down to 0, it becomes very soft, a bit like a makeup brush. And if I move the size very large, you can see what happens when I start to erase, making sure I'm selected a layer and making sure Photopea is going to keep up with me. Because it's an online photo editor, it can be ever so slightly laggy. So now what we're going to do is very carefully work out how much of the staircase we need to remove and how much of the face we're going to see blending in. And what works so nice, because I've thought about these images and I've tried out lots of different versions, and I've come up with this one because this is the one that I feel blends together the most effective. And we need to take that bit away up to the nose, so that we've got the nose and then the background blending in around the edges over here and over here. And then you can see basically we are going to blend and blend until we get the staircase to look like it is appearing out of the background. Now I'm going to go to the move tool, and I'm going to just click onto the move tool, click onto the background layer. I'm just going to make sure I've lined it exactly where I want it. For it to work, the two images have to really line up. Now, the staircase is actually not quite where I need it, so I need to stretch it over a little bit. Turn it a little bit more, twist it around a little bit. Bring it down slightly. To about there. Bring it over a tiny bit more. Like so. Oh, bring it back to there. Okay, click onto the rectangle tool so we can see what we're doing. And click onto there. Now, I think we're almost there with our arrangements. I'm not quite happy with this area down the middle, so I'm going to go onto my eraser tool again. Start fading out bits of this. And the second response that I'm doing, I'm taking away more of the banisters, so there's more background going on. Just a little bit more there. And it's creating a different effect, but equally as interesting. Try a bit more nose. And you see, slow and steady. You don't want to rub out too much, but you don't want to leave too much either. There we go. I like that. I like the way the glasses come through on this one. Still need, oh, that almost was too much, so I'm going to go a step backwards. Just go in that area a little bit more. I'll take it back again. Bring it down a little bit more. That's what I want it to look like. Yep, happy with that. So, we go to the move tool. Click on that layer, click on the background layer. Click on the rectangle tool. And there you go. We've got our double exposure staircase and head effect. Okay. Now, obviously we need to save that, so we're going to File, Export as a JPEG. Click Save. Click Download, and it's saved to our files on our phone. So we are really happy with our double exposure technique, where we have blended two images together rather than directly put them on top of each other and just made the opacity 50%. So different technique, like I said before, and experiment. I personally think the stairs and the face really work well together. and they create a really interesting effect. Okay, have fun exploring this, and if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you tick the bell next to it, you'll be notified when I post my next video. Okay, thanks for watching Quentin Carpenter Nature of Flowers Photoshop, or rather Photopea on your phone tutorial. Okay, and goodbye. Thank you.